Hey y'all, we are doing the live show early. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. Gotta have a J-O-B if you wanna be with me. Hey everybody, how are y'all doing? Come on in the room. I know this is a day early, but I'll explain why in a few. How is everybody doing? Baby, good evening now. Come on in. Hey Brandon, how are you? Hey Sid, how are you? I have not watched this season, but I plan to binge. Yes, well, you don't need to watch the season. It's just this inspired by the Molly and Issa situation. But I know you have tons of friendship experience, hopefully. So we're gonna talk about just stuff in regards to that. Um, that's just gonna jump off the conversation. Y'all like my Pride nails? We did something for Spotify for Pride, and I wanted to have something for Pride, and I did them. I love it. Thank you. Girl, I got this. Do I want to get up and show y'all? No, I don't. Anyway, I ordered. So I had because yeah, because I'm on COVID. We locked down for COVID-19, child, and you know, shopping therapy is my thing. So that's like I don't do drugs. I do food and clothes, bitch. so I'll go on a binge of shopping things. So I order from this random ass motherfucking this random site. You know how honey, Facebook will get you together and they'll send you this little ad for a site and you be like, girl, this is looking cute. Let me go. And so I ordered from this site and I ordered, like maybe 4 items, and they weren't really, really expensive, but they were cute. Bitch, I got them items, and they were late. They were like, so like it was like 2 were like ill fitted, like fucking somebody blind grandma in Guatemala made it, and then the other 2 was cool, like they was cute little, walk around the house and clean up dresses. So, and that's what they were intended for. Because I like to look cute while I'm walking around the house, at least feel cute. So, but the other 2 was like super, super ill fitted. Like, honey, it was horrible. So I was scared because I had done this on 2 different sites. So I had done one site and then I did another site where I had spent not a grip, but enough where you like, girl, I hate that I spent that little money. It wasn't like it was $20, $30. It was like something cute. And so I had bought these 2 bulk buys and one came and it was like whack. So I was scared that the other one was going to come and it wasn't going to be right. Baby, they came and all 4 of them motherfucking outfits looked cute. And this is one, look cute, little cheap, little, little something. And I was like, oh, this is cute. And it's a little scattered, a little, damn. Little mini length or something, honey. Give you a little cake. Damn. It's cute. Little orange and black number. So it's, I was like, okay. And it's like 4 of them. It's like just 4 dresses. Like 2 are long, and then I have this one and another one that's like, not exactly like this, but they both fit so perfectly. And because I done got into my auntie plus size status, sometimes I haven't adjusted to the shopping because I was 12, 10, 12. For most of my life, I was like a 10, 12. When I was younger, I was smaller than that. But most of my adult life, I was like a 10, 12. And you can find 10, 12s like it's nothing. That's nothing. Now that I'm up in the, 18, 20, bitch, it gets kind of like, you got to be real meticulous about who you shop with because it could be plus size, but it be fucking Asian plus size or something, bitch. Because sometimes I be ordered in my size. You really gotta pay attention to them numbers, them waist numbers, the motherfucking links. Because I'm tall too. Because I'm like 5'11". Child, honey. So I was just surprised that all of them came and all of them fit perfectly. I usually shop at Ishakti. My online shopping, I usually do Ishakti because Ishakti, even though they don't have, they let you customize stuff and you have to send your measure. Well, you don't have to, but you have to send your exact measurements. Like, bitch, they measuring from your shoulder down to your nipple, here or all the way around, and here all the way around, here to here. Like, you got to send them all of your measurements. So when you send it and get it custom to your body, it fit. Every time I have gotten something from Ishakti, it fit like a glove because they ask you from your waist to your knee, from your bust to your knee. They ask you all kinds of shit. And so, I usually only shop with them because it'd be a perfect fit. But it's called Diva something. I'm about to give y'all some free promotion since y'all did so good. It is called Diva New Look. And it ain't no fucking expensive shit. The fabric is regular old fabric, but they got some cute little styles on there. It's called divanewlook.com. It's cute. Let me put it in the thing. Yes, I'm gonna put the site in the thing. I hope that worked. Anyway, yes, that. So this just came and I thought it was cute. Yes. Yeah, they're cute. I was like, okay. And I know y'all seen that girl. Y'all seen her. She's a plus size model, but she's like, it's a certain kind of plus size that's like acceptable plus size. I don't know. Is that rude? It's not rude. Is that, the pear shaped plus size? We're not talking, if you pear shaped, like you got a little waist and everything else is and titties, like it's still a figure 8 size. It's still a figure 8 size, but it's almost like pear shape. And that's almost the acceptable kind of plus size. That kind of, I don't want to say acceptable, but like when you see a plus size girl that's a model, she usually that shape. She's not like Apple. She's not like boxy with rolls. She's not like it's a certain type of plus size that is an acceptable plus size. Flat stomach, little waist, and maybe not totally flat, but it's still a figure 8 size. It's just that same frame that you would see on a smaller girl, but it's just in bigger proportions. It's not y'all know what I'm talking about. Anybody plus size, y'all know what I'm talking about. The plus size that's promoted. And so she's one of the models, and she's black, and she got this big ass afro, and she's on like different sites though. And so when I see her, I always think the site is a scam. Let me see if I can find her. So y'all know who I'm talking about. She got big ass She's a black girl, and she got real thick legs, real little waist, like an apple figure eight type of shape. And I know she's in here. When I show her, y'all gonna be like, "Oh, I've seen her on there on people's shit." Because a lot of her video, a lot of not her videos, but a lot of her yeah, her. I know y'all done seen her. Let me see another one. She always on like plus size campaigns. She looks sickening. She's me. She's sickening as fuck. I live for her. She be fucking it up, child. I super live for her. But every time I see her, I always feel like it's a scam because she be on so many people's pages, and I be like, is this real? But yeah, I bought this for Pride. This is the dress I bought. It is so cute. Isn't that cute? I love that, and it fits so perfect. Let me see if I can find a better picture of her. Yes, I know y'all have seen her. So she's been on different sites. So every time I see her, I'll be like, girl, is this a scam or whatever? Like, is this? And so I just tested it out. Well, you know, you test the waters for a site. They got some cute shit on here. And so I was like, girl, I hope they gonna send me this shit. But they got all kinds of, like, if you want to be a slut sexy baby, honey, you can be slut sexy baby. Oh, I love that. I love that. In the club with a red lip, my dirt. I want to see. Here she go again. So every time I see her, I'll be like, girl, yeah, I always think she a scam. But anyway, that's Esther. I forgot her last name. I don't know Esther, but Esther be beat on this site, and she make me want to buy shit. But it's other girls on here, but she the one because I'm rooting for everybody black. uh, but yeah, everything that site Diva new look, honey, everything the site sent me it looks like the picture, and if it's not no expensive fabric, so you're not about to get no it's not, it's very rainbow fabric. It's very rainbow, so you know what it is. It's just a look for a short time. It's not gonna last you. It's not like your wedding dress. It's gonna last your kids. It's gonna last you to your kids. So it's gonna give you a little something for a little something. And they're not expensive. They regular little $20-$30. Nothing crazy. Yeah, so they're cute. But anyway, let's talk about Insecure. Has everybody watched it? I know Brandon said he has not watched it. Um, Oh, make sure when you look on that site, you look at like the waist measurements. Look at the when you see the sizes, go to the size chart. Look at the waist measurement. Make sure you don't when you ordering stuff. You might give somebody when you're talking to somebody a different number than what you actually are. Give them the real number so you can have the right size. So you might tell somebody that you're 40 and you're 44. So make sure you give them the right number. So yeah, so has everybody caught up to Insecure? It's been like almost a week. Esther, I can't even say that name. I ain't even gonna try. That's her name. I had to find it. I follow her on IG, and although I'm not plus size, I'm saying yes, I live for her. Let me go. Thank you. I'm gonna go follow her right now. Mhm. Let's do. What is it? N-A-K. Yep, it popped right up with a blue check, baby. I know she got tons of followers. Yes. Plus size influencer, woman, issue, develop world. Da, 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 da. Let me see what her she ain't got no website, girl. You need to have a website, girl. Let the girl see what the gig is. She need to have her own. That's why she on everybody. Shit. She modeling and she's just do all this shit. Okay, cute. I live, so I follow. So okay. So we just gonna talk about the issue, the what I think the big issue was. So, and maybe I watched it, so maybe I got it wrong, but some things I don't understand, and something I just really don't understand. So, okay, in the beginning of this season, you hear Issa say that she don't fuck with Molly no more, and so this season is showing you what leads up to her saying that. Okay. Hey Coco. Oh, by the way, our show usually this live is usually done on Friday, but I am going to be a guest on Tea with Queen and Jay's Juneteenth celebration Friday night at the time that I usually do my live show, and I want to make sure Mia and Z it's going to be all of March's plate on there, and so I'm just doing my live show a day earlier, and y'all can come check me and March's plate out when we are on Tea with Queen and Jay's live Juneteenth kickback. We're gonna celebrate for the folks. Hey Kia, how are you? So yes, that's what the tea is. So yes. So anyway, this whole season is showing you what leads up to the fallout. So early in the season, Issa is trying to, good get a new. She's done with Lawrence. She's done with We Got Y'all, which I think that name is hilarious for a nonprofit, nonprofit shade. And she's trying a new venture. She's just trying to get her footing. She's trying to, start kind of a new life, or turn a new leaf in life. So Molly, being her friend, was like, you on a new step. I'm gonna be there to support you. You got this. Don't worry. She kind of cheerleading her, telling her that we friends. I'm gonna support you. Whatever you need to do, let's make it happen. Blah 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 blah. So on and so on and so on. Issa throws a block party. Okay, she throws a block party, and there's a local artist. The show is set in LA. There's a local artist that is a popular local artist that will just be the cherry on top for her organizing this event. The only connection that she have is Asian Bay. Now, Asian Bay is, I don't know if he's the manager of the artist or the connection to the artist. He's the connection, but I don't know if he's the manager or talent scout. I don't know what he is, but he's something that's connected to that big artist. And Issa's best friend, Molly, that's her man. That's her little date that she's trying to fuck with. So when it gets to the point, and I'm just kind of skipping through stuff just so we can get to the point that I think is the problem. When it gets to the time that Issa needs Molly to hook up the connect with Asian Bay, Molly is having an issue with Asian Bay, like some relationship issues with Asian Bay. But remember, before that, she already said that she would step up and help Issa whenever she need in regards to the situation. This is early in the season. She already in her cheer up, I'm your friend, pep talk you conversation. You got this. You got this. Don't worry about it. We're gonna take care of it. So when it's time for her to do what she said she was gonna do, which was ask your nigga that you fucking with to hook me up with the dude, with the artist. Okay? When it was time to do that, Molly tells Issa, me and Bay having some problems. This I'm paraphrasing. Because we having some problems, I don't really feel comfortable doing that. I don't really feel comfortable asking him. So basically, I'm not going to ask him to hook up your event. Now, this is a pivotal moment because this will make Issa's event fail. This is because she's banking on this connect. Now, to me, I thought that was shady. I don't know. I just feel like that's shady. Like if I know my friend needs this connect, this ain't the time for me to be like, I don't know. I can't. But then if I was in Molly's situation and we having little issues, but clearly that wouldn't have been an issue. Like Molly and his situation wasn't based on, oh, you always. If you see what I'm saying, like if their problem was based on, oh, you always have your friends asking me to do shit. Do you see what I'm saying? Like if the problem was Asian Bay said, Molly, every time you always asking, you always coming to me to help your friends. You feel what I'm saying? You coming to me to help your friends. If that was the problem they were having, and Molly said, look, nah, because he already complained already. We getting to the point of breaking up because I'm bringing people into our relationship and asking him for shit. Like if that was the core of the problem, then I would have understood Molly saying, nah, I can't do it no more because I'm trying to make this relationship work and he's already frustrated, so I can't connect the baby. I can't do it. But because Molly's issue with Asian Bay had nothing to do with Issa and the hookup with the connection, that ain't had nothing to do with nothing. I thought that it was weird that you would pick this time to say, no, I'm not going to hook it up. But it's all good because guess what? Issa's fuck buddy is Asian Bay's best friend. So Molly is not Issa's only connect to Asian Bay. I'm fucking this nigga. I'm fucking this nigga who is also best friends with you. So I actually had, from the beginning, had two ways to get to Asian Bay to get what I needed from Asian Bay. Okay? I could use my best friends who fucking him, or I can use my fuck buddy who is his best friend. So if you can't do it, I'm going to go to this dude who can do it. So that's what Issa did. Issa went to Pretty Eye Nathan Bipolar Crazy Bay. And Nathan Bipolar Crazy Bay. and they hooked it up. Asian Bay wasn't tripping because remember, that wasn't the problem. Asian Bay hooked it up like, oh, this is no tea. He actually was like, oh, this is Molly's friend, so of course I'm going to do it because if that wasn't the core tenet of the problem between him and Molly. So helping her friend, it just seems like, oh, this is my girl's friend, so cool. Like Molly was making it the issue. That's how I took it. Molly was making it some made up issue, which is what Issa said. To add insult, so while Molly came to the event, knowing that this is also weird too. Like, this is a make or break situation when it comes to my event, and you tell me no, and then you show up to support me at my event that you potentially caused me to fail. I thought that's weird. It's just weird to me. I'm like, you're coming to support me like a friend, but you didn't help me make it a success. Like you chose to not make it a success. That was weird to me. All weird. I don't think at this point to me it is some in friendship stuff for me particularly. I don't think it's necessarily in the friendship stuff, but it's weird. It's like, what is going on? We need to talk about these boundaries. We need to talk about what your mindset is around all of this shit. So at the event, Molly shows up to support Issa. They talk, blah, blah, blah. Molly's not thinking because I'm not Molly. Issa's not thinking that she really did anything wrong. She's like, oh, I can't get it through you. I went another way and got it done. We got the event. I can't remember exactly the details of how Molly found out she got it done. But when Molly found out that she got it done, like Issa got the connect through Agent Bay, she confronted her at the event. Like, she didn't wait till the event was over. This is another shade. She didn't wait for the event to be over. At the event, while the event is going on, like at the end of the event, but it's still going on, like, honey, people are headed to the house. She chose that moment to confront Issa about going around her to get Agent Bay to hook up the situation. Even Agent Bay is like, what is the big deal? I don't understand. What? And so in that moment, they almost about to fight. It seemed like they was almost about to fight. Like, bitch, what's up? I don't fuck with you. Da 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 da. So my perspective, I felt like Molly was wrong. My perspective, I felt like Molly was wrong. As Issa said, you making up some weird ass rules all of a sudden. I think you're being shady. And I don't understand why, but I had to respect your boundaries. You said you weren't going to do it. So I just went another direction. And I knew, and to me, that other direction is I'm fucking your man's best friend. I could have went to him first and wouldn't even have to hear this conversation with you. Because if I remember, they were having an issue where it was some disconnect and they were trying to set up a conversation to talk. But they never set up the conversation to talk because Issa was dealing with the pressures of her job, trying to work, trying to set this thing up, stress. So I ain't got time to figure out whatever's happened with Molly. I ain't got time to figure that shit out. So, you know, I'm in the midst. And I think that's another thing that's annoying with friends. Sometimes you gotta balance. So I'm an executive director of Black Trans Women's Inc. There is sometimes that I'm deep in the trenches of writing a grant. I'm doing interviews with the funders. I'm on Zooms, selling, pitching my budget, pitching, getting questioned and drilled. In that moment, that week that I know this is happening, that week is stressful. So next week, I won't be stressed. I'll be like, oh yes, it's all over. But in this week, if you're my friend, I might not have the capacity to deal with your shit in the way that I normally do. All your crazy shit. In that particular week, I may not have the capacity like I normally can because I am in the trenches of my work, my survival, my bill maker, my money maker. So I feel like that. I feel like Issa was in the trenches. And so Molly was going through whatever shit that she calls herself with her relationship. And they couldn't set up what kind of disconnect that they were having in their relationship. But because it was about her job, Issa spent the time to call her about connecting the thing. And I'm sure Molly felt some kind of way. Oh, you ain't got time to hook up to talk about our issues, but you got time for me to call me and ask my man to do this. So I thought that was weird. And Molly could have felt some kind of way, like, bitch, I'm not gonna ask some shit. And that could have been, you know, because she feel like she's being neglected. But like, we've been friends for so long and we adults. And you got shit going on, and I know you got shit going on, and we adults, and we know how life is. I feel like, bitch, get over that shit. I know I would. So that is basically the gist of their relationship, the gist of the problem. And then they stopped talking. One thing about Issa that I don't like, I'm more confrontational. I like getting shit out the way. Like that situation where Molly was in the restaurant and Issa was coming in the restaurant and she didn't go in the restaurant, first of all, bitch, you ain't gonna stop me from getting my food. That's first of all. But I might have ordered my food and been far away from you on the other end of the counter, but bitch, I'm getting my food. Then, but seeing how Issa played that, I'm not a weak ass bitch like that. I feel chicks like that, characters like that annoy me. Like, I don't like punk ass motherfuckers that avoid conversation. I don't like motherfuckers that avoid. I like to get it out of the way. Let's see what's up. What's up? Oh, you here? Hey, you want to talk? What's up? You know, I might have attitude, but I would have been in that restaurant. And so I would have been able to handle the conversation. But she didn't. She left and went back out, avoiding the conversation. And then what happened next? I can't remember what happened next. What happened with the no, because then it goes into her and Lawrence. I don't want to talk about that because it was beautiful, but I don't want that to sidetrack the conversation. So they did set up to talk, but which one happened first? The conversation outside, the text, the bad text, the wrong text to the wrong person, or the situation at the restaurant where they had a weird conversation. No. Yes. Okay. So Issa set it up to where they could meet and talk and have a conversation at a restaurant. She's been all awkward because she does miss her friend. She does love Molly, and I think Molly loves her. And so she's all nervous and being awkward as fuck that as Issa is. And was the text first? I can't remember because they kind of all over the time. But no, I thought that she had a conversation with Asian Bae. Like, yeah, we talked, but we didn't talk about shit. Like, I think she had once they met and didn't really talk about shit, she went back to Asian Bae and was like, yeah, we talked, but we didn't talk about shit. Yeah, the text came later. So they meet, but they don't really get to the core of the issue. They kind of like, what's been going on? They don't really talk about shit. So once they get, because that was the situation. They didn't really talk about shit. So when Molly went back to Asian Bae and Asian Bae was like, you know, did y'all work it out? She was like, that's how Issa is. We didn't talk about shit. She trying to avoid it or, you know, whatever. And that's why the text was sent, because they were stuck in the house with bipolar dude. And I guess she didn't know, Molly didn't know, Issa didn't know that Molly and Asian Bae was going to be there. And they decided to eat and decided to stay and eat. When she was helping him, Issa was helping bipolar Bae, Nathan, is that his name, Nathan? Nathan pack. And so in that moment, Molly sends a text to Asian Bae saying, see, this is how she is, or something shady about Issa, but she sent it to the wrong person. She actually sent it to Issa. So we all done sent that kind of text. I know I have, but that's what's up, because, honey, that gets to the point, honey. That gets, honey, now you know how I feel or whatever. And so Issa leaves and Molly follows her. And this also was a point. These things, see, it's these little things for me in my friendship that makes me, it really for me ain't really the blow up issue, because I feel like I'll confront the blow up really fast. But it's these little moments like this that will make me make me fight a bitch. Not fight a bitch and not be your friend, bitch. Because I probably would have twirled Molly in this situation. When I'm humbling myself to try to work it out with you, and you on some, what did she say? Like, I'm supposed to break my neck and you ain't breaking your motherfucking neck, bitch. Bitch, get the fuck out of my motherfucking face. when you playing in my face like that and I love you, we not playing. I'm not playing with you. We're going to have to fight. And then I'm going to give you a reason to play these games, to not like me. I'm going to end this shit, period. And that's childish of me. But that's who I am. And it's childish, but I ain't worked that out. But when my friends are playing in my face about shit that I don't play in my face, like you don't know who the fuck I am. And expecting me and I'm like this in relationship too, like expecting me to get on my knees and beg you to work shit out when you, especially you, bitch, you was the problem. I don't understand how you don't see you the problem. I don't understand how you don't see that you being petty about trying. I feel like you were trying to sabotage my fucking event. I don't think she was intentionally doing it, but I feel like that's what you were doing. Yeah, you're not gonna play in my face. And shit like that triggers me. I'm gonna give y'all a small example. So me, Mia, and Z was recording the podcast, right? And sometimes, and they always come to my house, and because I got all the equipment to do, and this before COVID, and sometimes Mia and Z will use me as a counselor. You know, I'm their friend. I'm older than them, and I don't even remember what it was, but Mia said something that triggered the fuck out of me. It had something to do with me. It had nothing to do with their relationship I can't remember exactly what was said, but the implication was, she said something that made me feel like she was questioning my trust or my loyalty to her. Okay? It was I can't remember exactly what it was. But in that situation, this is before we recorded the podcast, and we're sitting there talking, and I thought that this was a moment where we were just getting clarity. So I'm not mad or nothing. I'm just kind of getting clarity out of what happened or whatever. And so I'm paying attention to the conversation, but because I'm writing show notes and I'm paying attention. I hear her and I'm responding to her, but I'm kind of back and forth to, okay, we're just having a general conversation. But then the conversation just keeps getting let me close down my laptop and focus, because this is getting ugly. Like, this is going somewhere that I don't understand why it's going here. And basically, it was a situation where Mia was I don't know what it was about, because it was so old, but I only remember the feeling of it. And I said, I closed my laptop and I said, Mia, don't play with me, because I don't think that you know how this is triggering me, and I will get up and fight you. Because my loyalty to with my friends, I don't like a motherfucker ever to think that I'm not loyal to them. I haven't talked to my gay mom since 2012 because of this issue. I am loyal to a fault to my friends. So, and loyalty to me is the foundation of a friendship. If I can't trust that you are loyal to me, you're not my friend anymore or ever. Like, once I feel like I can't trust what you say, or I think you talking about me behind my back, or I think you would do something to sabotage me, we're not friends no more. I can't be friends with somebody who I don't think that there is a total loyalty. I'm the type of friend that if somebody says, oh, Diamond said this about you, I want you to trust I want you to trust me so much that you can bust that bitch in the mouth and know that you justified. Don't lie about my friend. Because you lying. That's the kind of trust that I want by my friends, because I would never do, I'm not a disloyal person at all. That is, once we become friends, this is what it is. And no friend of mine can ever tell you that I have done something to sabotage them. And so she has said it, and my body said, because bitch, don't you ever question my loyalty to you based on some bullshit. I can't remember what it was, but I remember the feeling, because I had never felt that with Mia. I had never felt that in the situation. I can't remember what the fuck were we talking about. But she said something. I was like, Mia, don't play with me. Like, this isn't the tone of the room changed. Like, even Z was like, because it's just a situation where we can talk through this. That's cool. But where this conversation is going now is disrespecting our friendship and disrespecting who I am as a friend. And if you think that I would be disloyal like that, then we got to reevaluate our friendship. Because, this is some weird shit that's happening. And it was strange. And once I changed that tone, Mia was like, we talked through it and it got over. But those situations where a motherfucker, I feel like, is playing in my face, it gets me, and I've given no reason. Because I'm the type of person, like, if there's some evidence of some shadiness and you bring it to me, I can look at that evidence and be like, oh, I can see why they're thinking what they're thinking. And then I would be like explaining it, and then boom, boom, this is what it is. But if there's no kind of evidence and you just go in there, oh, get the fuck out of here. This is shady. But in that situation with Molly and Issa, her playing that, you need to do, like, almost like she needed to beg her, don't play in my face, bitch. Get out of here. You're annoying to me. You're annoying me. And that, to me, what Issa did, what Issa did would have been the mature way I would want to respond to that situation. But with what Molly said, saying, what she say? I think that where we are or don't match or whatever she said, that was a finalizing friendship moment. Like, if we don't match, then we can't be friends anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a finalizing statement. And so, yeah, I would have, this is the immaturity of me. I probably would have fought Molly. Just for being hurt. I probably would have fought her. Because now we got a reason now we have a legit reason for this to end. Because I beat your ass. It's super childish, but I haven't got out of that childish space in my mind. So, yeah, I thought that it was shady as fuck. I didn't like it. It annoyed the fuck out of me. And then, this last episode, the tea was the pregnancy part, but the situation with Tiffany, and them having to go find Tiffany together and then end up having them Asian Bae break up with her, close to breaking up with her, and then Lawrence with his new found tea, and now they got to come together. I wouldn't have confided in her because I would have already told her. We couldn't have done that Tiffany thing together because we would have already fought. We would have been done. So I don't know. That's weird to me. So I wanted to talk about, what do y'all think? What were y'all feelings about the situation? What was y'all feelings about Molly in that moment when she had the turquoise suit on and Issa had on the red brick brown, and she, when she got in the cab and went home. What did you think about that moment? And what did you think about the moment at the block party? Let me scroll up. It sounds like an integrity issue. Yeah, absolutely. Not being a woman or a man of your word. Yes, totally. It's like Molly wanted Issa to get her ish together, but needed Molly at the moment for something positive. Yeah, it's like she wanted her to get her shit together, but she was getting her, like, she literally, this is a new job that she was working on and it needed to be a success. What do you mean get her shit together? Like, what was not together? You see what I'm saying? Like, if you look at what was going on with Issa, what was not together? She was, you know what I'm saying? This is her new project. This is her new thing. It looks like it's all coming together. She's worked hard on it. All she needs is this cherry on top that you have access to do. Like, what did she wasn't with Lawrence. She hadn't reconnected with Nathan. Cause you actually fucked that up when going to tell him, dipping in her business. This was last season though. Dipping in her business when you really should have been in her business. Molly has unmanageable expectations in her interpersonal relationship that she needs to check. Absolutely. And you need to go to the therapist more often, bitch, because she should have been able to work you through this. Because this situation the unmanageable fucking expectations, bitch, you need to get them together. Because it's in all your relationships. Your relationship with your dad that you just found out cheated on your mom. Your relationship with your that you still holding a grudge on, and your mama been over years ago. Bitch, get out of here. You are whack. That's one thing. And then having expectations with fucking Dro. Even though I feel we ain't found out no shakiness with Dro. It never got kind of. I always felt like Dro, the wife, might have not knew, but they didn't really reveal it that she didn't know. He said that she knew, and so. But that's just me being a pessimist about niggas. But based on the facts, she knew what she was getting into with Dro, and she was still having expectations of him. And I'm like, bitch, you say you volunteered to stay in this relationship after saying that, oh, you couldn't do it, but you went ahead and still was continue to fuck with him. That's the thing too. Then the dude that was honest with you about getting his dick sucked, you had an issue with that. Then who else? Even the job dude. You the bitch that you saying, yeah, Issa got some shit going on with Lawrence. But you got more, at least she was with Lawrence for 4 or 5 years. You done been through niggas and fucking up the same thing with Asian bag. This is like your thing. You're the one that needs to get it together. To me, it's not that Issa don't need to get it together. Lil Rel wasn't good enough. Exactly. You are the one that needs to get it together. And so Issa, yes, when it comes to her job, she kind of all over the place. But this is a moment where she is literally working hard to get her shit together in her career. She's single, hooking up with TSA Bay when she want to get off. And, I actually didn't think her and the Nathan situation was that deep. Like he ghosted, but that's on her to deal with. That's not a decision that Issa made. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't a fuck up situation. He ghosted, and so she has a problem with the ghosting, and we all should. So I don't know why she get that Issa, especially particularly in that moment, need to get her shit together. I'm like, I feel like y'all help each other out, bitch. I just didn't get it. So I remember a situation with my best friend, and I'm bringing this. I've had issues. What I love about Insecure, before I say that, what I love about Insecure is, although Lawrence is in the past seasons has been a character arc for Issa in regards to her cheating, in regards to all that shit that went on with her and Lawrence. This particular season, they didn't center her getting back with Lawrence as the as the main attraction. The main attraction in this season is her relationship with Molly, and not Lawrence's relationship and the getting back together with him, blah, blah, blah. It almost was secondary to her relationship with Molly. And I think that is true. I know it's been true in my particular life. I think platonic breakups, like with your friends, are harder than romantic breakups. I know in my life, the ones that hurt me the most, that I'm still tender about, are my friendship breakups, more so than men breakups. Because with men breakups, once I find a new man, bitch, fuck out of here. I don't really think about it no more. Once I find a new man, I don't really think about it. Platonic breakups are the worst. I feel like they're because I don't know why. There's no sex involved. It's because the relationship is really based on loving each other and the support. It ain't based on some good dig or because sometimes you be in a relationship with a nigga and it's the dick that got you hypnotized. It's the physical that's attraction. It really ain't no meat and potatoes to it, for real, for real. I don't know about y'all, but that's my ministry. Sometimes, it starts off with that physical attraction, that sexual physical attraction, and then it leads to, ooh, I'm feeling butterflies. I'm feeling I like you. And, and then once that sex get boring, and it still can be good enough to get you off, but once that kind of heat that comes when it first is hot, that heat comes that when it first is hot, once that wear off, then you have to either build that kind of intimacy that's real and supportive and da-da-da-da-da. But I think friendships start off with that real and supportive intimacy, that calling and talking about problems, venting, and being there to support you, being there when you need me. It automatically goes to that level without the sex being involved at all. So, and I think that's why they are harder breakups. So I want to talk about a friendship of mine that, for me, that has run the gamut. It has really, it's a perfect example of how you can break up and come back together and be friends. I have a relationship that we did not come back together. That's me and my gay mom. I still consider my gay mom because she taught me so much just about being a woman, and just put me on a mindset of success, that I respect her and respect who she is, who she was, not now, who she was in my life at the time. And some people come in your life for a season, and I think that that's just what it was. It was a season, and that was it. Yeah, I fell out with my gay mom and my trans mom in 2012 over. It would sound like it's something petty, but the root of the problem was her questioning my loyalty to her after years of me. Like, I'm literally like, I was in the trenches with her. When her husband killed himself, I was at the funeral. with her, supporting her when his family, just to give you a short synopsis, her husband killed himself on the phone in front of her on the phone with me. I come out there, I get in my car, rush over there. We are handling the situation. Now, mind you, she's a trans girl, very, very passable. None of his family knows that she's trans. So when he dies, some hating ass bitches tell her tea to his family. And so because of transphobia and how that works, his family thinks that he found out she was a trans, even though he'd been knowing. He found out that she was trans. That's what they think, because why would he kill himself? It had to be something big. So he found out that you were trans. That wasn't true. Remember, I was her best friend. Me and my boyfriend and her boyfriend were cool as fuck because they both were trans women. So that was their connection. And I'm over there all the time. He knew her tea. It was not in question at all. He married her knowing her tea. But they thought that because they kept it a secret, when they found out, they thought he killed himself because he found out that. They thought he killed himself because she gave him AIDS. I don't know where that came from. But they were making all these rumors up to explain why he killed himself. Why he killed himself is because she said she was leaving him. Just like it, honey, and he had some mental fucking issues. That's why. She thought that this was another situation. She thought that this was another. She had threatened to break up with him before. You know how you be like, oh, fuck you, nigga, get the fuck out. I don't want to be with you. Blah, 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 blah. You know how shit happen. When you young and arguing with your nigga and you might say some shit, get the fuck out, and he got to go over his mama house for a couple of days, and then he come back and be apologizing back and hugging you, miss him, and shit like that. It had happened multiple times, and I don't know why. We don't know why to this day, but this was a time that he took it seriously and was like, I will kill you and me. But he didn't kill you, her, and him. He just killed himself. It was too much. So at the funeral, she pays for the funeral. This is his wife. She pays for the funeral. Out of pocket, because they were young. They didn't have no damn insurance. So she pays for the funeral. Do you know his family at the funeral was running up to her to fight her? Like, was trying to fight her and threatening to kill her. And they said that if she came to the cemetery, they were going to kill him. They were going to kill her. This is all at the funeral that she paid for her husband. So she couldn't go to the cemetery because I had to reach in my trunk and pull out my shotgun and say, I don't know what y'all talking about doing, but y'all not going to touch nobody that I love. My people, her, and everybody I love in this situation is my people and her. So you need all y'all, like literally coming out of the church. They were surrounding her car to attack her. And I had to get my shotgun like, whoa, back the fuck up. I will blow everybody away because that's mine. Everything that's mine out here, I'm going to protect it like it's mine. This is the type of shit that we done been through. So if you are questioning my loyalty to you, get the fuck out of here. And so there was a situation where there was some loyalty questioned. And this is an 8-year history. An 8-year history. And so there was more things that happened, but that was one. And then so it just was too much. It got to the point, it just was too much. And to add insult to injury, so I was fed up. We had got to the point, I said, take me home, because I was ready to fight. Like I just told y'all. I'm sitting in the back seat. I don't even want to this ain't the story I want to tell y'all. But we fall out and we just not cool no more, because what the things that were said is just, where do we go from here? And like I said with the Molly and Issa situation, I'm I'm ready to fight because I feel like I don't deserve what's happening. And yeah, that's just what it is. But anyway, let's talk about somebody that I am friends with, and it's a current friendship, but it ended and started over again multiple times. So she has been on our episode, one of our early episodes of Marsha's Plate, like really early episodes, and it's my friend Vanessa. We've been friends since 2001, so it's going on 20 years. And early in our relationship, how much do I want to tell that won't be disrespectful? So Vanessa has some issues with getting some bad silicone in her. Well, it's her business too, so I don't really want to tell her business. I'm just gonna tell what my perspective of the situation. So she had some issues with her silicone. Like she had got some bad silicone in her face and had some big surgery. So she needed to get surgeries to remove silicone, blah, 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 blah. And so she was friends with my friend Ty. And because Ty lived with me, we started being friends because she would come over, pick Ty up, or come over, hang out and so we started being friends. And we're intellectually yoked. Let's say that. Like we like to intellectually spar and talk about serious subjects. And that's kind of how we are. We talk about stuff. And that's a pleasant part of our relationship. So because of her stories, because of her silicone situation, she needed to get surgeries. So we riding around in this car that she rented, and she's asking me questions about her face work. And I'm trying to give her, how somebody, like say somebody is that you feel has low self-esteem, and they have low self-esteem, you don't want to say the wrong things. And so that was the situation I was in. She was asking me my opinion about what work she should get, how, stuff like that. And I was being very cautious about how I responded to this. First of all, because you're my friend, I don't want to add to your self-consciousness about anything that's going on that I see that you might not even be self-conscious about. Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't want to give you something else to think about or give you... I was uncomfortable with not giving an honest answer, but I just was uncomfortable with, I didn't want to lie, but I didn't want to answer the question. I felt uncomfortable. And this was early in our relationship. And yeah, I didn't want to, it was a cringy question. It was a question that I didn't want to answer. It's like when motherfuckers ask you, but it was worse because this is about silicone in your face. And we both know that there's a problem there, but I don't know. So she keeps asking me and keeps asking me. And I don't answer the question. I don't want to answer the question. So this is what she did. This is how she played. My friend Ty, remember we looked. It's no. I wasn't going to lie. I just didn't want to talk about it. No, I'm not gonna lie and be like, "Oh, bitch, this look good." No, I'm not gonna lie, but I just didn't want to talk about it. Period. If something is wrong, but this is something that is visibly wrong. This ain't because she had one of these doctors that messed up her face with silicone. So this isn't like I couldn't be like, oh girl, don't worry about it. You look beautiful. That would be fake. It's like somebody who got some implants and one is right here and one is right here. You're not gonna be like, oh, don't worry about it, girl. Them is beautiful. You got titties. I think that's fake. Girl, why your titties like this? It's disfigured. No. So this was one of those situations, but I didn't want to talk about it. It just was, I didn't want to make her situation worse. Just go get it fixed. Like the reason why she was asking me is because she was going to get it fixed. And this is all my perspective. I don't know if she's gonna watch this video. but she had set her appointment to go get it fixed. But this is what she did. So I told you we had a mutual friend, Ty. She's been on my channel on YouTube and on Marsha's Play. Ty, she's been my friend since I was 11 years old. We transitioned together. That's my sister. And so me and Ty have been friends by this time for 10 years. So we already have a really close relationship. She lives with me. Really close relationship. So Vanessa tells Ty, because they worked at the same club. Vanessa she did drag, so she worked at this club, and Ty was a dresser, meaning she helped the drag queens get dressed and she get tipped for helping them get dressed. And so while she was dressing Vanessa asked Ty, Vanessa told Ty, well, Diamond told me she was lying. Because remember, I said I didn't want to answer the question and I never did. But to get a real answer out of Ty, she lied to Ty and said, well, Diamond told me that y'all talked about my face and what was wrong with it. So you can go ahead and tell me, your opinion. I'm not tripping. So Ty thinking like, oh, because we had a conversation about it. Not on no, we're whispering about you behind your back. Not on no shit like that. It just was, oh, well, we're happy for her finally getting her surgeries. I hope it work out because this is our friend and we want her to release this problem. But she lied to her and said that I had already said something about it just to get Ty to come clean about her feelings. And so Ty says, girl, this is what I think. And she tells her what she thinks about it. And she says, Diamond, messy boots, yes. She says, Diamond says that it looks like your face is melting. Now, Diamond did say that, but Diamond didn't say it to her. Diamond said it to Ty at home. I didn't want to say that to her because, like I said, I don't want to make it worse. I didn't want to affect your self-esteem. That's what it looked like to me. And I felt like if I would have said that, what I wanted to say to her was, yeah, I feel like, it's, you can get it, some removed and they can wear it out and blah, blah, blah. And say it like that. That's what I wanted to say to her. I wanted to be said to her in a nice euphemism way. But with our mutual friend, when we were talking, I was like, I don't really know how to describe what's happening, but it looks like her face is melting at a different rate. Like this side is coming down faster than this side. And it wasn't on no, oh girl, her face looked like she's melting. But exactly how I just said it, I couldn't, this is my way of describing it in a sensitive way, not in front of her, but to our mutual friend. And when Ty says that to her, the next time we're in the car together, she brings it up to me. She was like, girl, Ty already told me what y'all talked about. So you might as well tell me the truth. What do you think about my face? And da 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 da. And I was like, what did Ty tell you? She said, you said my face looked like it was melting. So from my perspective, I'm thinking, why did Ty tell her that I said that? Like, that's messy as hell. Why would you? That was a personal conversation between me and my 10-year relationship friend. I wasn't saying it on no messy, we weren't reading. It wasn't on no reading shit. It was literally how the conversation started was we were at home together and we were complaining about her pressuring us to talk about her face. Like, each time we were with her, she would be asking us, tell me what I should get. Tell me what I should get. Tell me. Da, 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 da. It was very a pressure that we both felt like we don't want to answer it. And so then it would lead to, I don't know how to answer it. It looks like it wasn't on no reedy, messy shit. It wasn't like, she looked like her face is melting. It wasn't like that. And so I felt Ty was messy for telling her that, but I didn't know how she had already played Ty. So when I go home, but I say, yeah, I didn't lie and say I didn't say it. I said, yeah, I did say it. I was like, well, I was trying to say it in a nice way, but you kept pressuring, and I just feel like, I didn't really, everything felt awkward as hell. So I go home and I tell Ty, why did you tell her that I said that? Like, we home together. Vanessa done dropped me off and she's left. And Ty says, she said that you had already told her that we talked. And I was like, no, she said the same thing to me. So me and Ty talking, we figured out that she played us to get us to tell the truth. So I didn't like that. Remember what I told y'all about how I feel about not being able to trust people and not feel like we can't be, if I tell you I don't want to, it's not, and that's why I said I didn't lie to her. So I didn't lie and say, oh no, it looks beautiful. And then you find out that I think your face looks like it's melting. No, in our conversation, I'm saying, I don't really want to answer this question. I don't really want to talk about it. Oh, Donna, is this bad? Is it that bad? And so she's really trying to push me. And I'm like, I don't want to have this conversation, Vanessa. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this. It's not like I'm lying. I just don't want to answer the question. And so, yeah. So in my mind, I say, but remember, I know this is from a place of low self-esteem to me with Vanessa. And this is an early part of our relationship. So for me, this relationship was kind of expendable. Like, it was like, oh, if we don't be cool, I don't really care. So that's what it was about to be. That's what it was. I told everybody in the situation, me and Vanessa is not cool because I don't like how she played this situation. I don't like how she played the game of saying I said something and I didn't. And then all of that stuff is, I don't like it. I don't like that. I don't like how I have to not trust. I don't like feeling like I can't trust what you have to say. And so, because it's early in our friendship, I can just end this because I'm not really close to her at this point. I'm not really close. So let's just not be friends. We don't have to. It ain't no beef, no hard feelings. Do you? And but her and Deja had a closer relationship. So when I say Deja and Ty, those are the same person. They just have this. I don't know. I go back and forth with their name. Ty and Deja is the same person. So if I say Ty, I mean Deja. If I say Deja, I mean Ty. So Deja was still friends with her, and they stayed friends. Every time that Vanessa would call the house for Deja, I would pick up the phone. This is back in the day when you didn't have cell phones. Damn, I'm old. But you pick up the phone and you can click it and press hold, or click it and press hold to call somebody else, and click it again to put people on three-way. The old school phones. So I would pick up the phone. It's my house. So I'm usually the only person answering the phone because it's usually for me. And so, and at the time I was an escort, so no bitches should be answering the phone. So it's gonna be me. So when I call, when she calls, I hear that it's Vanessa. I say, okay, hold on. Like we don't talk because we're not friends. We don't need to keep you on the phone. I say, hold on, and I give it to Vanessa, and I give it to Deja. Every single time that I give Deja the phone, Vanessa says something like, what did she say? Did she got something to say? As if I'm like, this is what she's envisioning. Here's your friend. This is what she's envisioning that I'm doing. Like I'm talking shit about her when I give Deja the phone, or like there's some type of beef between us. And so she did it, and I was like, I ain't worried about her. Like I'm literally not thinking about her. And so it happened like 3 times. And so the third time, she says something like, she asked her, what did I just say? And Deja says, nothing, girl. What are you talking about? And she says something around the lines of, I hope she don't think that I'm scared of her. Mind you, I'm 21, 22, 23. I'm a young girl. I think I was like, what was it? Yeah, I was like 21, 22. And so my poise and my, and I wasn't as refined. I'm barely refined now. So in the situation, it was pissing me off. And I was like, tell her that, sweetie, I don't need you to be scared of me. Like, I don't want you to be scared of me. If I was trying to do something to you, I would have did it. So you keep saying shit like, I hope she don't think she's scared of me. I don't want you to be scared of me. And so I can't remember exactly, but it escalated to the point where I said, Vanessa, if you got a problem with me, when you come over here, we can handle it on some threatening shit. Like we can twirl. Like what's up? Like if you're seeking a twirl, if you want to feel tough, when you come over here, it's on site. Don't worry about it. Don't it's on site. Now, pause. Go back a month before this. A month before this, me and Vanessa go to the gun range. I buy a gun. When I turned 20, for my 21st birthday, or my 20, I think it was my 21st. It had to be my 21st. Yeah, it was 2002. It had to be my 21st or 22nd. I can't remember. But for my birthday, I buy myself a gun. I buy myself a 380. And she takes me to go get the gun. And it was a proud moment for me. It was my first gun. And so she's scared of guns, so she wants to get a taser. So I'm like, Vanessa, tasers are whack. They not gonna protect you from nothing. Let me show you how you can't get me with a taser if you try. So try to get me with a taser. And so in the situation, because you got to get the prongs in between, you know what I'm saying? You got to get the prongs in between the skin. You got to get it close. You got to get too close to a motherfucker. Let me show you. And so in the gun store, I'm showing her how I would be wearing you out. Like I'm literally in the gun store showing her how this taser, if I'm trying to fight you, you not gonna get me with this taser. So we're not, we're kind of like role playing in the gun store. And so I'm like, boom. Like I'm like, I would have connected to your face. Like if I'm trying to fight you, boom, I'm showing her this is how I'm getting you. Like you would be God. While you trying to stick me with this thing, boom, I'm getting you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you this ain't it. And go ahead and get you a gun. Now, baby, you can't tell Vanessa not to get no gun. But at this time, she was scared of guns and she wanted to get shit, that bitch got more guns than me. And she was scared to get a gun. So she got a taser. So she got the taser. That was a month before this situation. And so when I tell her I'm gonna fight her on site, I take the phone and give it back to Deja, and I'm done with it. She tells me, she tells Deja, I'm about to come over there. Ain't nobody scared of her. I'm about to. Deja says, Vanessa, don't come over. Deja said, Vanessa, don't come over here because she's not playing. Like, that's my sister, and I know how she thinks. I know how her mind works. I know who she is. And it's not about you being scared. It's not about you being scared. No, you're not scared, but let this calm down. Don't come over here. Don't come over here. I'm not scared of her. And blah, blah, out. Something about I tase her. So I hear Deja say, here you go. Don't bring no weapons over here. Like, yo, like you taking it to a whole other level. You know she got a 380. And all you got is that taser. If y'all gonna twirl, keep it hand on hand. She just talking about thumping. You talking about weapons. Don't do all of that. Like, stay where you at, blah, blah, blah. Baby, 30 minutes later, Vanessa show up at my house. So, I wrap my hair up. Come out there with my sweats. Knock on the door. She pull up, knock on the door. I'm like, get out the car, bitch. Get out the car. And so, she rolls the window down. Not down. Like, it's like, and I was like, get out the, we ain't got shit to say. What we talking for? So we out in front of my yard, in front of my house on the street. And she was like, what's up? I was like, get out the car. You came over here to twirl, bitch. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? That's what we talking for. We don't need to talk. I'm a hood bitch and I'm gonna treat you like a hood bitch. Cause she not really hood. She from another, she kind of from, her mom was a teacher. And they from Oakland. They from Oakland area. They from, upper middle class. I'm gonna show you what this is. Cause I don't think you used to them white bitches. And, hey, sis black, you used to them white bitches that you used to be friends with, but I'm gonna show you what this is. I'm gonna show you what this is. Get out the car. Get out the car. So the first time she just cracked it, but now she rolls the whole window down. It's almost a test, like what you gonna do? And I say, boom, and I bash. So of course, anybody once you get bashed, you get enraged. So she gets out the car. Let's go. Now we're fighting. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm getting the best of her. Okay? She goes to her trunk and tries to get the taser. First of all, if you came to a fight, why you put the taser in the trunk? I don't understand. But she goes to her trunk and tries to get the taser. Deja sees the taser and Deja's like, you got to understand that if there's anybody close to my family that is not my blood relative, it's Deja. We were in the worst time of our youth. My mom was on drugs. Her mom and dad was in prison. And we met in a group home. And we were the queer kids of the group home. Fighting neighborhood kids. We met at a time in our life where we needed somebody, protection, family, community. We just met at a time in our life where we bonded. So this is like my family. That is not my family. So when Deja sees that she pulls out the taser, why is a taser of all places in the truck? Exactly. When she pulls out the taser, Deja is like, I was going to let it be just y'all fighting. But now that you brought weapons and I told you not weapons, I know you don't think that I'm going to let you tase my sister in front of my face. I know you don't think that I'm going to let you tase my sister. And my little brother, Rakim, he's about 11 or 12. my little brother Rakim is also around, and I already done told him, don't get involved. This is a hands up situation. But when she brings out the taser, everything breaks loose. You change the you change the situation. So then Deja start fighting her. Boom. So I'm fighting her. My little brother picks up a pipe. Boom. 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 So now it wasn't intended to be a jump, but now it's a jump. And we in the middle of the streets fighting Vanessa. She's trying to get to her car so she can pull off. We fighting her. And she finally gets in the car and like barely gets in the car, pulls off with the door open and everything and gets off. And she drives home. When she gets home, she calls Deja. Or Deja calls her. I can't remember. And she was crying saying, why did y'all fight me? Like, why did y'all fight me? Why did y'all do this to me? She's distraught, blah, 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 blah. And Deja's going off. Deja is going off because, bitch, she kept saying, bitch, I told you not to come over here. Bitch, I told you that she meant what she said. It wasn't about you being scared. If you didn't want to fight, don't come over here. Like she was going off. And I don't know what Vanessa was saying on the phone at first. When she first picked up the phone, I could hear her. But once, I didn't really give a fuck. I'm back where I'm back doing my thing. So that's what happened. So her and Vanessa, they patch it up because she tell her like, girl, that is my sister, girl. That ain't, we friends, girl, but girl, that is my sister. So I'm not going to let you, I was going to let y'all, normally, if my sister was fighting, I would just jump in no matter what. But you're Vanessa. So I was just going to let y'all do it to just what y'all was going to do. But then you bring in the tasers. You're not going to tase my sister. I'm sorry. But remember, I wasn't even worried about that taser because I had already showed her a month in advance that taser ain't going to work on me. You're going to get these hands. Anyway, me and Vanessa, her and Deja got back cool, but we were not cool. I started hanging tough with this is when I first met my gay mom. This is like 2004. And I started hanging tough with my gay mom. And me and my gay mom got in a fight on, not not against each other, but with other people at a club. And it was my first time ever getting locked up. So we got locked up together, and my gay mom, her mom got her bailed out, right? And then her mom got her bailed out, and so now she's trying to get me bailed out. My bail is only what you have to pay is only like $500. So my gay mom paid $250. She goes to my pays $200. She goes to my aunt, my great aunt, my Aunt Jo, and my Aunt Jo gives her $100. So she needs how much she need? Anyway, she needed like $100. However much she collected, she needed $100 extra. And Vanessa, now remember, we have fell out months before this. Vanessa come through with $100 to get me out of jail. Now, mind you, this is after the fight. This is after the situation. So this kind of gags me, where I'm like, Vanessa paid for me to get out of jail? I was like, so it was a gesture that was like, oh, almost like it was an olive branch. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is a peace offering. Because it once it died down, she still was friend with Deja, and Deja lived with me. And so she was like, She was still calling, but it wasn't no kind of issues or whatever. It was weird. So when I got out of jail, I went to jail Friday, the fucking of the 4th of July holiday weekend. So if you go to jail, no, it was Saturday. You got to stay in jail till Tuesday to see a judge because that Monday they off work. So you got to stay in jail Sunday, Monday, and see a judge on Tuesday. So that's how long I would have had to stay in jail, which is what I wanted to do because I didn't want to have to pay anybody back I didn't want to have to pay $500 back because this is my first charge. They're going to let me out. I don't give a fuck about it. I'm not paying them shit. Fuck them. This is my first charge ever. They're going to let me out. And so, but my gay mom was like, no, bitch, you're not about to sit in no motherfucking jail. And the fight was because of me. It was my fight. So I'm not about to fucking let you sit in jail. So I'm going to try to gather the coins to get you out of jail. And that's what she did. And I got out on Sunday. I think it was like Sunday night, Monday morning. So me and Vanessa, because of that gesture, the relationship opened back up. Okay? And our relationship changed. We got closer. We would do Thanksgiving together. We started to be back, getting closer to friends. And also what helped us get a little bit closer to friends, I ended up falling out with Ty. Because me and Ty had an issue about a piece of trade. Also, my lady, I hate bitches that do shady shit about niggas. Because there's too many niggas out here to be doing shady shit. But there was some weird shit that happened on the trip with me and Deja with this Vegas dude that I thought was shady as fuck. And, she admitted it. She tried to lie about it, but then it came clean later on. But I was like, and she was young. So now that we're older, it's no tea. But at the time, I thought that was a fucking nigga, get the fuck out of here. So me and Deja fell out and I had to kick her out of my house. And so now there was not a Deja in between me and Vanessa. So me and Vanessa would be friends. And I think they had something that happened that made them fall out too. So it was just me and Vanessa being friends together. And so that made our relationship grow. Because not that Deja was like a buffer, but there was no connection but me and Vanessa. And then Vanessa ended up getting her surgery. Her surgery went really, really well. It wasn't perfect, but it was such an improvement that, like I said, it went really well to me. So much better. Like the surgery just was a way better improvement. And so her going through this and going through the situation that she was going through, it just made us get closer. So I end up moving to Texas. Okay. I end up moving to Texas. So, when somebody moves, I'll tell the Vegas story another time. That is some shenanigans. So I end up moving to Texas, and normally when you move out of a city, a relationship kind of dissipates. Like it kind of leaves and doesn't grow. But our relationship kind of got better because we talked more often. We talked all the time on the phone. And plus, I had another friend, my friend Mario. He's my gay male best friend. Our relationship was always on the phone because we started friendship in high school. And when I went to college, phone. So I would talk to Mario like every single fucking day on the phone. From the time I was 14 till he like a month, like 2 years before he died. So me and Vanessa started to have that relationship too, where if I wasn't on the phone with Mario, I was on the phone with Vanessa. So I lived in Houston by myself with no friends. I had a couple of new trans girlfriends that I knew, but they had got shady. So I'm alone. And so Deja ended up moving down here with me. And that's when my YouTube channel started. So this is about, this is 4 years from the fight. This is about, I'm like 26. 25, 26. And so Deja moved down here in 2008. So think about this. Deja moves in with me in 2008. A year later, My gay mom moved down here with me in 2009. A year later, 2010, Vanessa moves down here with all of us, not in the house with us. Only person who was in the house was Deja. But my gay mom got her own apartment, and Vanessa in 2010 got her own apartment. And, you know, moving down to Texas. So once I moved here, all my friends from Indianapolis came to Texas. So I really didn't need to meet any trans or any kind of friends in Texas because all my friends came down here with me. So that's why I don't know that many people. Even like now that I'm the executive director of a Texas-based organization, it's hard for me to make connections because I'm new to everybody. So anyway, they all come down here, but at the time that Vanessa moved down here, we weren't friends. Let me tell you why. So remember, our whole issue was about her look. It was about her, you know, what was said, her self-esteem, it was about her self-esteem and her asking questions the way she did. And we worked through that. It took us 4 years, but we worked through that, and boom. So what made us fall out the second time this is some real tranny petty shit. Really tranny petty shit. So we are long distance talking. Deja has moved in with me, and we're on the phone. And I don't feel like I was wrong. Let me say this. I feel like I can see how I was wrong, but okay, let me tell y'all a story. Then y'all tell me what y'all think. So we're on the phone and we're talking about Jade, TSJ. She's a porn star from like early 2010s. She kind of done fell off the porn grid because she got a sex change and she went on with her life. But I don't know if y'all remember her, but she's from Atlanta. She was friends with T.S. Madison. Her name is TSJ or T.S. Jada. And I did an interview with her on my channel after this, but I interviewed with her. But my connection with Jada is when I was early in my escorting time. Jada was the only girl who taught me the ropes. Like, she gave me information on the papers to put your ad in, the cities that were hot, the cities that were not. Don't stay at this hotel, but if you stay at this hotel, it'll be clean, it'll be good, you're gonna make all the money. Don't stay at this side of town. Don't stay here because the police. Like, every tip that I needed to be a successful escort, Jada gave me all the tips, all the information. She never was, because you know, sometimes in the escort business, bitches don't want to tell you shit. They don't want to. I interviewed her. They don't want to tell you shit. They don't want to give you any kind of tea. They don't, because they feel like it ain't enough money out here. They hate. Like, it just is on some hating that shit. And so, bitch, you ain't even in the city that I'm traveling to, and you worried about clients, bitch, get the fuck out of here. But Jada was a real ass bitch and was like, oh, girl, here's the number, here's the paper, here's the number, ask for Ann, she'll give you discount. A real ass bitch, a bitch like me. So there was a friendship. We wasn't besties. I hadn't even met her yet in person. The first time I met her in person is when I interviewed her for my channel. But prior to this, from 2003, remember back in the day when Yahoo had a chat room and everybody be in there chatting? This is where we met in 2003. So from 2003 until I did that fucking video, so that was like 6 years, 6 or 7 years. That's when I did the video. So we had been online friends, but in this time we hadn't met yet. So Vanessa calls, and I don't know how we got on the subject, but Vanessa calls and says and Jada becomes the subject. And she started reading Jada's passability. And I don't know. This is where I did wrong. This is where I can admit I did wrong. Because at the end of the day, the bottom line is Vanessa is my friend. She's my real life, in-person, longtime friend. Even though I've known Jada just as long as them, because when I met Vanessa is when I met Jada. A little bit, Vanessa a little bit before. But Vanessa is my friend. But because Jada was my friend too, I felt not offended by myself, but I felt Vanessa shouldn't have been talking about Jada. So in that moment, this may have been wrong, but in that moment, I say, how can you talk about her passability when she's more passable than you? How can you diss her about being passable when you get clocked? Like, how can you think that yourself is passable when she's more passable than you? Like, what are you talking? How are you dissing her about passability and you're not even on her level? Now, that may have been wrong to me. And that's why I said this is some real janky, trendy, shady mess. Because ain't nobody cis folks having these kind of conversations. So I tell her, girl, you're not even on her level. So how could you read her? And so because she's my friend, I may not have should have said that to her. But then now that I've opened the door, now it's a read session. So now she's reading me. She was like, oh, girl, Miss Diamond, you cute, but that voice ain't hitting on nothing. You still sound like a man. Yeah, you may look passable, girl, but that's if your mouth is closed. So now yeah. So now I'm like, bitch, but that face still look like it's melting. So we like, everybody we stabbing, girl. The daggers is out. So you know what I'm saying? Now it's just getting. Then she's like, what did she say? She says, once I said, but that face still look like it's melted. She was like, yeah, you got that face, but you still with a down low nigga. You still with a down low nigga that won't show you to his parents. How about that, Miss Passable? So we all, baby, we going, honey, we getting it. I'm like, but you ain't never had a man since I known you. Down low or not, you still ain't never had a man. I've been knowing you for 10 years, and you're still a lonely old maid with cats and dogs. So y'all see where we're going. Honey, reading. So the reading got so ugly that, well, fuck it, bitch. So the friendship ended. So the friendship ended, and honey, we didn't talk no more. A cute little session, baby. And so we both were on some, you took it too far. So for me, the too far moment was my relationship with my Trey, my husband, Keenan. And the too far moment for her, I guess, was me coming to Jada's defense. I don't know, but everybody felt like we too far. But also, honey, when you playing the dozen, girl, you gonna always try to one up. And your friends is the easiest. Your friends got the equipment to jab you. A bitch that don't know your team can't jab you. But a bitch that you confide in that knows all the ins and outs, baby, she can go for the juggler, bitch. And y'all both can, because y'all know all the team. So we stopped being friends at that time. Again, so this is the second time that we had stopped being friends. When she moved to Texas, we had got back, her and Deja was still talking. We had got back on light speaking terms because, because I would run into her because she was still in the circle of our friends. Because she was still in the circle of our friends, we would still kind of see each other in moments. And this bitch does drag. She does drag and pageants. She came down here, child. She came down here and lit the motherfucking drag scene up. She won Miss Texas. She won Miss Houston. She was booked and busy because drag where we from and drag down here is a little different. No shade to Houston, but the caliber is just a little bit different. Well, maybe Vanessa's caliber of drag. She's Vanessa Ross, Opulent Ross. You can look her up, but she's a drag girl, like, drag, like not camp drag, sickening drag. She's sickening. So when she came down here, she dominated the scene because she's a sickening drag girl. She got the fashion, she got the look. It is what it was. She know how to paint. She just a drag. It was at the time was her life. And so when she came down here, she needed. We just would hang out and we just got over it. You know what I'm saying? Because it really was just a harsh read session. It wasn't like, it was just a harsh read session that didn't feel good in the moment, but you got over it. So she started to, we started to be friends. She did Miss Texas, and she did The Wizard of Oz, and I was one of her I was Cheetah, one of the flying monkeys. So if you look on the video of her doing the talent, I'm the main monkey. It's on YouTube. I'm the main monkey. I was Cheetah, and it was cute. I lived for it. We got our life. I even got a video on here where I'm a monkey and there's 3 monkeys in the video. I don't know what song we were doing. I think we were doing Hey Hey with the Monkeys. But that was the night of her pageant. And we and she won. So we started being friends again. And God, need some water. I'm out of water. We started being friends again. And in the moment, at this time, I was growing up. So at this time I'm hitting on 30. Some of the things that was going on, hitting on 34, 35. I just was making a life change in my life where I'm not fucking with people that don't fuck with me. And I'm being real. And not that I wasn't ever real, but I'm mature now. So I don't let things get to me like I would have in my younger years. And so now in our relationship, we'll fall out. It'll be about, we'll argue, but we have gotten an understanding so much now that it never gets that deep. Like it never gets that harsh. The last conversation that we had that was negative, she's a Hillary supporter and I'm a Bernie supporter. Okay. So in 2016, the tension between those politics was getting on our nerves. And sometimes the conversations can get heated to the point where we're not talking for a week or two. Recently, we had a situation like that with about Bernie, Biden, and politics. You know how politics can get us hyped. But we've gotten to the point where we know, all right, this is going too far, or it's getting to that level where it can start getting too personal. And once we feel it, we like, all right, girl, I'm about to get off this phone with you. And in the previous iteration of our friendship, that wouldn't have happened. It would have been like, doop, 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 and just leave. Even from the first fights we got to, it was because it just escalated to the next level and we wouldn't stop it. But now that we are grown, she's over 40. I'm almost over 40. We get to that point and we like, okay, this is escalating to where it's becoming personal, and it's not just us debating politics. It's becoming personal, and it never gets to disrespect, but it's getting to the point where it's getting too personal. So let's stop. And we'll be mad, but we'll stop and be like, okay, girl, I'll talk to you. Peace. And we'll be mad and we'll talk for a week or two, but then something happened, we'll call, and it didn't get so bad where we couldn't call each other. And so now how our relationship is we have that kind of control, we have that kind of friendship, we have that kind of understanding of what triggers both of us. She doesn't ask me any questions. When I say I don't want to ask no questions about herself that would maybe affect her self-esteem, she leaves it alone. I can be honest and say what I want without it. Because what she would do back in the day is if I said something, like it got to the point where if I said something, because remember the first time was about me not being honest about I was honest. I just avoid telling the honest answer. I didn't lie. I just didn't tell her what I felt. I just left it and was like, I'm not going to answer that. But what would happen once I get to the point where I would tell her the flat out answer, she would bring it up later. Like 2 weeks later, remember what you said, da 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 da, and almost like I was reading her, but you asked me that. So she would do it all the time, where if I said something, she would bring it up. She would act like it's nothing in the moment, but 2 weeks later, she'll bring it up like, yeah, you did say da 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 da. And it would irritate me and Deja. And now she doesn't do that anymore. She doesn't bring up, oh shit. Like if she asks me a question and I give her an answer, she just accepts the answer. She don't bring it back up later. And that helped our relationship a lot. How we engage with each other is totally different now. And we have worked on it. And all these years, we gotten to the point where we understand each other. And I know how Vanessa is. Vanessa know how I am. And now we are each other's support system. And if I got some stuff going on, I can call her and tell her what's up. If she got some stuff going on, she can call me and tell me what's up. And we have worked it out. And it could have been to the point where we could have been saying, no, we're not going to ever be friends. You're a bitch, da, 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 da. But because we really, really liked each other, and even though there's some clashes in personality, sometimes the rest of us meshes so well that it's worth working on. It's worth saying, I'm not going to give up on my friend. I'm going to just, let's talk this through. And if it gets to a point where our friendship has ran its course, it just ran its course. Like, we don't need to be enemies. It's just what it is. But we enjoy each other, and so we friends. So I wanted to tell y'all that story. I'll talk about my mom. I tried to get my gay mom to come on the podcast so we could work through our shit on the podcast, but she was like, no. I had humbled myself and sent her a message, but she was like, nah, I'm good. But yes, Vanessa is my friend now, and she worked through it. And yeah, I wanted to tell y'all that story, and hopefully inspire y'all to give y'all friends a chance. Give y'all friends a chance, or really, sometimes you gotta work on your shit too. Because like that situation with Jay, looking in the moment, I was arguing like I wasn't wrong. Because I felt I wasn't wrong because I was holding up a mirror to her hypocrisy. Okay? That's what I felt. I felt like you're being a hypocrite. You're trying to say she's all clockable and da 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 da, but you wouldn't want somebody to say that to you. And why are you saying that about her? I didn't feel I was wrong because I was almost like I was chastising my friend, but that's not my place to do. This is my friend, and I should have just said, "Oh, girl, I don't want to hear you dog her out, girl." But instead of me saying it like that, I kind of attacked her. That was my mistake. I shouldn't have done, because this is my friend. Why am I attacking her for a chick that we cool, but she's not my close friend? So why am I attacking my close friend with force? Because I'm offended that she's reading another not so close friend. I felt like that, looking back on it, that was my problem. And so sometimes in your friendship, the communication shakes up. Sometimes the communication Mello, thank you. Oh, you thought it was a recorded video? So sometimes you got to look at your own communication. You got to look at their communication. They have to be open to admit when they're wrong. And I think that is how we were able to heal. That is how we were able to mend the situation. That is how we were able to move on from all the negative things that happened, even a physical fight that happened, and get over it. And we move on to a closer friendship, is because we both were willing to talk about where we were wrong in the situation. And it worked out. And I think that Molly, bringing it back to the main subject, Molly and Issa, I don't think it has gotten to the point. Well, as we know, by the end of this season, they were talking at the table. I didn't think that had gotten to the point where they couldn't work it out. But Molly needed to be honest about her situation, and Issa needed to be honest about her situation. Even though that particular situation, I felt Molly was wrong, there is some things about Issa that I think makes a relationship with her complicated, but not complicated to the point where I feel like she's a disloyal friend, not complicated to the point where her and Molly can't work it out. And so, yes, that's it. So we got about 4 minutes, and I don't like going over 2 hours. So make sure y'all check tomorrow night at about 9:30, maybe a little bit later. I will be on Tea with Queen and Jay's June kickback. Their kickback starts at 7. So there's tons of people that are going to be in the room having fun and dealing with what's the pageant video called? Her name is Vanessa Opulent Ross. And she has a lot of videos, but I don't know if it's still on YouTube. I think it is. It was Miss Texas US of A. That was the name of the pageant, Miss Texas US of A. It was a preliminary pageant in Houston. She took it on to win Miss Texas as well. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, so make sure y'all join tomorrow night. They're doing a Juneteenth celebration on tomorrow, and they're going to invite all of our homegirls in our podcast community and some more people. They got some heavy hitters in there. Reagan Gomez, y'all remember Reagan Gomez from she's been in a lot of shit, but what I remember Reagan for is when she was on the cover of King magazine, because I had it on my, she was like one of my girl next door idols when I was younger, and we actually the same age. But when I was younger, I had her. There was a King magazine that had her. It was one of those pages that pulled out the magazine and got long. It was her, Reagan Gomez, Trina, Buffy the Body, and Melissa Ford and Maya. And it was a King magazine, and they did the cover, and it was like an epic cover. And I had that picture on my wall. So that's what I remember Reagan Gomez for. But she's been in a lot of fucking shows. She was she's in tons of shows, like Reagan Gomez, look her up. And she got a podcast now called Reaganomics. They're going to have her on the show. They're going to have all of our podcast buddies on the show. It's just going to be really, really good. And we're celebrating being free as Black people. And Marsha's Plate is going to be on there too. So make sure y'all check that out. If y'all want to have a Black ass good time and listen to some Black ass conversation between Black women and queer women and, you know, trans women and all the women's that are women, then come and check that out. Marsha's Plate episode aired yesterday. On Thursday, we talked about the Supreme Court win. If you want to hear my opinion on the Supreme Court win, what platform is it going to be on? Search for Tea with Queen and Jay on Instagram. They posted. Let me get the link. 1 second. They posted their information about it. And they are going to post the stream, the live stream or the Zoom link when it's time. So I think they're going to start at 7. And I think 7, that's 7 Eastern, I think. Yes. We're not going to be joining the show until like 9:30, but it starts at 7. So there is a whole kickback from 7 to 9. I think it's 7 to 9. I'm not for sure, but there's a link. They are, if you don't support them, baby, you need to be. They are the shit. I love them. So yeah, if you want to know my opinion about Supreme Court win, that's on the show. We actually, on our Patreon, it's an exclusive for patron only. We actually video record us doing Marsha's Plate, and it's on our Patreon. So if you rather see us the visual of us recording, it's on our Patreon. We always put the video up. And it's also uncensored. So anything that Mia says, cut that out, that I actually leave, I leave everything. Like I don't edit it all. So anybody say something stupid or problematic, you're gonna hear it. So that's where you can get that. Let's see what else. Y'all know that I'm executive. I hate having to do all of this, but y'all know that I'm executive director of Black Trans Women's Inc. We have a survivor fund for Ayanna Dior, who was the girl that got jumped in Minnesota. We went up there to see if she was okay and see how she's living, see if she needs to be safe, because the program we have is a first response to trans women who who have been affected by harassment, violence, or domestic abuse. And so that's one of our programs in our organization. And so we went up there to see what she needed to take care of her. And we set up a fund for people to donate. We only needed $5,000 based on what she needed. And we actually got almost $20,000. So that is about to close. We got enough money. But if you want to donate to Black Trans Women's Inc., and support our program to help keep Black trans women safe, there is a tab for you to generally support. Anything helps, $1, $5, $10, whatever. I actually have a program that I just got funded where if you are in Harris County, the county that I live in here in Houston, Texas, if you are a Black trans woman in Harris County and you are in jail in a misdemeanor charge, like any kind of misdemeanor charge or bullshit bail that that your parents aren't helping you to get out or your friends can't help you to get out, we got the money to get you up out of jail. So if you know somebody in Texas, I know some of y'all are not from Texas. I mean, from Houston. But if you are from Houston and you watching this and you know a trans girl that is locked up in jail and she can't afford to get out, or she's in jail, not prison, she's in jail and she's going to be in there for a while because she don't have a bond or her bond is a little bit too high, we can put some money on her books to help her survive in there. And at least she'll have some shit to wash her house and smell good. You know what I'm saying? So if you know a trans girl that is locked up or with a low bond or locked up and will be there temporarily but need a little bit of assistance and don't have the support, we want to, as Black Trans Women's Inc., we want to step in and help. help out. So that's the funding that I got to do for that. What else? 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 Yes. So that is all, and I think that's all the announcements. Oh, we did an event with Spotify because it is Pride and the tokenism is high. But if you got the tokens, then I don't mind being tokenized because I'm still gonna talk my shit using your platform. So this is a situation with Spotify. They are trying to do their tokenizing Pride Month stuff, and that's fine. And I am and we Marshall's Plate has been featured. They paid us a pretty coin, and we will be on there. I think they're going to put it out. I don't know when they're going to put it out. I have to talk about that. I think it's the 25th. We are on their homepage right now in the podcast section, but they have invited us to do a show for them. So stay tuned for that. What else? Shit. That's about it for now. Thank y'all. And getting a Spotify check. Yes, Spotify is love. They're one of the, not one of, there's a bunch of people that have paid us in this Pride time, but they're one of the people that did nickel and dime. They came with a cute coin up front, but they Spotify. Why would they not come with a cute coin? But they came with a cute coin of that anyway. So we'll see. Yeah. So I will see y'all next Friday at 7 p.m. I love y'all. I know y'all been here for 2 hours. I hope y'all enjoyed. What y'all watching? What's gonna be our next topic for Friday? Any suggestions? I've been kind of busy, so I haven't really been watching anything. Have y'all watched Motherland? I watched Motherland Fort Salem. I love that show. Have y'all watched what y'all watching? Y'all didn't like this option, but I really wanted y'all to watch Amadeus. Amadeus from 1984. Or did y'all ever watch there's a movie. I'm trying to think of something old and classic. There's a movie by it's a movie with Irene Cara and Tatum O'Neal that I want y'all to watch. Hold on, I'm gonna search for it. Yes, it's called Certain Fury. There's a movie called Color Purple. Child, we is not going to talk about Color Purple. Color Purple? That's too popular. Everybody done seen Color Purple. And everybody done had think piece after think piece of Color Purple. I want to pick something that like is unusual. There's a movie called Certain Fury. It is called Certain Fury, and it has Irene Cara and Tatum O'Neal. I want to do that one. That's one. Because it's let's see, what else? That's one. What other options? I gotta come up with something. Not Color Purple, child. Brendan, that is too deep. Oh, Women's of Brewster Play sounds good. The youngsters don't know about it. Yeah, Women's of Brewster Play sounds good. Oh. No. I know what it's going to be. I'm sorry. I know what it's going to be. So the movie that I'm going to review, Crying Game, hell no. Yes. So we can, if y'all don't get out of here, Cornbread and Me, Gone with the Wind, I'm done playing with y'all. This is what we're gonna do. Closer. I literally have not watched Sounder, so that might be a good one. But Closer. There's a movie called Closer. It's not a black movie, but it's one of my favorite movies, and it's an interesting relationship conversation that can spark conversation. So I want y'all to watch this movie called Closer. It is with Julia Roberts, Natalie Portman, Clive Owens, I think that's his name, and Jude Law. It is called Closer. And I want y'all to watch it, and I'm going to talk about it Friday. That's it. Yeah, so we're going to talk about Closer because I want to talk about it. Yeah. It's called Closer. And it'll be Friday at 7 p.m. I don't start at exactly 7. Sometimes I do, but it's between 7 and 8. It just depends on what's going on. All right, so Closer. I think you can find Closer anywhere. I don't know. Yeah, but Closer. Okay. By Friday, you mean June 26th? Yes, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Juneteenth, and I'm doing the event with T with Quinn and Jay on Juneteenth. So make sure you come check that out too. But yes, the 26th. Next Friday. All right. Well, I will see y'all later. Take care of yourself.